Ready, ready, good.
Listen to me now. Your friend don't appreciate. You need to just see it, yeah, and go down. Tell the Lord, tell God, oh Lord, come on, please Lord, come on and see. There's something else I want to tell you this evening. The right way is a narrow way. It don't have no crooks and bends. Since I started on my Christian journey, oh Lord, come on, please Lord, come on and see. You see, I think somebody didn't hear me. Can I say that one more time? Listen, listen. The right way is a narrow way. It don't have no crooks and bends. Since I started on my Christian journey, I found out that Jesus, He's my only friend. I tell you what I do, but just still go down. Yeah, the Lord, yeah, God, well, Lord, come on, please, Lord, somebody needs you, just like I do. Come on, dear, Lord, you told me, dear, you'll be right there in the time of a storm. Come on and see, yeah, Lord, come on and see, come, yeah, yeah. Come on, babe.
Stay quiet.
That's it.
Today. Let's celebrate these men and women of God. I'm also delighted to have with us today Reverend Mark Scott. Reverend Mark Scott has been very active in the community, walking for peace with the police commissioner. And they've been doing it now for a couple of weeks, and they still got about two more weeks to go. They're going to march all the way through September up until October the 2nd. And every night they're marching at a different location. I do know one location that they march from on Friday nights, and that's here at 12 Baptist Church. And we walk around the community, particularly in Warren Gardens, St. Joseph, and Marksdale. But there's other nights that they're walking. I think Saturday night tonight, they're up at near Culpeper's Church by Pleasant Hill, right up there, right around that church area. So we're trying to march, trying to be more active, more engaged in the community to sort of stem the tide of violence and the disrespect that we have for one another, and to sort of celebrate and to share with one another for the goodness of God. Much of what we do and what we have done certainly has come from the vision of a mighty man of God. The Reverend Robert Washington of New Faith Missionary Baptist Church had a vision for churches to come together, to unite together for the betterment of the goodness of the Lord in the city of Boston, and then even for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, even further in terms of the United States of America. Reverend Washington's health has been up and down. He was with us for a bit today, unable to be with us at this time, but we have his associate, the Reverend Dr. Vernon Coulter here, who's going to give us a statement of purpose for what we are doing here at the citywide revival.
Praise God. We thank God today. And I'm going to be very brief. we know one of the things is that in terms of a vision and being a visionary is that it has to be, in this form, it has to be done, and it has to be done by God. And so God gave my pastor, New Faith Missionary Baptist Church pastor, that particular vision. And in giving him that vision, he decided to share it with two of our pastors within the community, and that was Pastor Arthur Gerald and our pastor Franklin Murray. And I thank God for that, because as God called Moses and started Moses out with the vision, Moses did not finish or completed the vision. He had to appoint another person. And as he began to appoint Joshua, he told Joshua, there are a couple of things you need to be about and have within the vision. And as I begin to think about this vision and what the citywide revival is doing and have done over these past 3 years, as the Lord spoke to me last night, and I said, and he gave me the 3 E's. And so as I thought about that this morning, I said, let me get up and go to my computer and type this out. And as I was typing, I caught 2 of them, and I couldn't remember the last one. And I said, uh-oh, I should have gone to the computer immediately. And so then later on, as I was sitting there in my office at home at my desk, the third one came to me. And one thing about a vision is a vision should consist or should have 3 components. And in those 3 components of a vision, and one is that you should be able to enforce the vision. It requires an enforcement. No matter how much and how important the vision is, one thing about a vision is a vision you require a lot of work. And that's one thing about enforcement. To enforce something, you got to have a lot of stamina and being able to carry that vision out. And so one of the components is you have to enforce the vision. But you have the Lord, which is our enforcement, to help